What is poppin' and Machop in my Bagel Bites? It is Mr. Bagel Bites here, bringing you a new deck profile. And honestly, it's one that I swear that the good, like, quotation marks, good pro players don't want you to know about, because they don't want to play against it. I swear to God, that's what it is. Because this deck's, like, it just top 32 to YCS. It's picking up a lot of regional tops. Like, with its low representation, like, amount of players playing it, it's putting up impressive results. And I think that's insane. And honestly, I've been saying this deck's really good for a while with what it gets to kind of do. And the new Blue Eyes card and other stuff, like format-dependent stuff, makes this deck really good. So let's go ahead and get into it. Obviously, we gotta play, you know, the 5 pieces of Exodia. You have to. You do play 5 bricks. But, you know, you get a billion pluses out of it. You play 3 Heart of Blue Eyes, at least I am. You can choose. I personally wouldn't go lower than this. It immediately gets you your Ankh, which makes all of your other stuff not cost you life points. And it has a graveyard interaction too. Oh, also it can't switch control, so that does kind of come up, but like, it's mostly just utility. You're not really going to like come up a lot. But it has a cool graveyard effect where if your opponent's special, or I think it might just be summons. It might not just even be special, but yeah, if your opponent would normal or special, an 8 or higher monster with 3,000 attack, you can just like banish this from your graveyard. No, I'm sorry. You send that monster to the graveyard, and then you get to special this from the graveyard. And like, so you clear their monster for free, and then get a 3k body, which is like super cool. So there's not a ton of stuff that hits right now. It'll mostly be when the new Blue Eyes cards honestly come out, so this might be like a sleeper deck in the waiting. But the other cool thing it hits is, like, obviously Flamberge, so that can come up. There are other targets, but they're not a ton. I will say that. So the graveyard effect doesn't super come up, but it can. We play 3 Sengenjin. This is the one that, when it's played, searches a Millennium monster when it's summoned. The Shield. Shield searches Ankh as well when it's played. It's also kind of just a cool utility that protects. We got 2 of the Golem. Golem's cool because it searches the field spell. This deck is really cool because you get to play, you know, 3 Shifter, everyone's favorite card. Yet another reason that people don't want you to know that this deck is actually viable and good while also being cheap. You don't have to put a lot of money into this deck. You get to play Shifter. You get to play Big Negate guy. Like, because I mean, like, what do people want to use? What do good players, you know, quotation marks good player, what they want to use their graveyard? They don't want to play against Shifter. That shuts off so much stuff they want to play. You get to play 3 Ash Blossom because it works under Shifter, and it's a good card, and it can stop the draws on your turn. Again, and this deck also doesn't really play into any of the Molchummies. Like, because your monster is special summon from the Spell Trap Zone. Your graveyard doesn't matter. You play maybe 2, maybe 3 if you're going real high monsters in your extra deck in a turn. And that's like being generous. Like, we'll go into that more. But like, oh yeah, like you play 3 Ankh because you make the Exodia guy. And like, if you can end on just Exodia guy, like your big fusion, like that's totally fine. Like that's it's like viable by the time you have everything else done, because he's gonna have like a lot of attack and set you up an interaction that just literally wipes out your opponent's entire board for free. Like, this is so good. Play 2 Wedju Temple. This is the one that lets you play 1 from your hand, any monster, I believe, into your Spell Trap Zone, and then you get to play Millennium there too. So that's super cool. We play, oh yeah, and you get to play Secret Village. No graveyard, no fun, negates, and no spells. Like, this deck is just so good. Set rotation and terraforming. I don't want to max out on Wedju Temple. I thought about playing the second Secret Village because it makes set rotation a little bit bigger, or better, a little bit more consistent. But I honestly don't want to open up multiple field spells, so I like the 3 package. Set rotation is to like set it there, and then like, the other reason is, if the Exodia deck doesn't win by like turn 2, 3, it's probably not winning. It doesn't have an insane grind game, but it's not terrible either. So you're really just OTKing, and you're gonna get it most of the time. Called by the Grave, Tactics, and Prosperity round out the regular main deck spells. This is because I just had a 40th slot. This could really be anything else. I didn't mind it though. I'm playing an even 40. Called by I really like, and then Prosp I really like. But these could theoretically be other cards. And then the last spell in the deck is the Obliterate Blaze. This is the one where it gives your Exodia guy the effect where he can equip the Exodia pieces to himself and gain 2k attack for each. So not only does he gain 10,000 attack from that, he can also pump himself up whatever your life points are. Card's so good. We play 2 of the Exod Fires of Rage. This card is so good. So you set it for free at your end phase off of Exodia Fusion, and it's literally just it literally just wipes your opponent's entire board for free. It just goes, you control Exodia. They now control nothing. It literally just wipes your opponent's board. It also has like a kind of cool graveyard effect where you can banish it and shuffle Exodia pieces that are either banished or in your graveyard back into your deck. So that's kind of cool. It can come up, not super necessary. I think you can also like add one, but I don't think I've ever done that. Yeah, you can add a Forbidden One monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So it's cool. It exists. I want to play 2, and so I did. It's becoming more the common ratio. 1 statue, the Azure statue, because you make Rabbit a lot of the time. Your end board a lot of the time is like Rabbit, Exodia, Secret Village. Or not Rabbit, I'm sorry. The Rabbit gets shuffled back in the this from the Rabbit. So it's like this plus Exodia, hand traps, and then Secret Village. Ideally, you also have Shifter, so they can't use their graveyard, spells, negate a special summon, negate a spell trap with Exodia, and Exodia sets this, so it's this as well, and then you just nuke their board. So you have like this insane level of weird interaction that people don't know how to play against. And to round it out, 3 Imperm. So you can get like a monster negate, spell gone, graveyard gone, just so much interaction. Special summon negate, it's so good. It's so good. The extra deck, you play 3 of the Exodia. You can play 2. I kind of like 3. It's like 1's easier to banish 2 depending on situation. Off of like Prosperity. There's a lot of like decks maining Unicorn, Kashtira Unicorn in the main, so like they try to banish these if possible, so you can't recycle another one, and sometimes you do go into the second. So I do like having the option to have more than 1. I don't want to probably go lower than 2. 2 is definitely at least the bare minimum. 1 access code. I don't know how this got out of order, but it's okay. Yeah, we play 1 access code, 1 Celine, as it's a spellcaster as well. So depending on board state, you could theoretically end on this. If you have Secret Village, you couldn't go like any further because you just got negated or something, and then they're at least cut off from spells, and then you can kind of try an OTK on the next turn. 1 Unicorn. We play 1 Underworld Goddess because we're playing Moon. We're not playing a Fiendsmith's package, but like you can just use so many of your opponent's monsters between like Moon and Underworld and then just clear their board, which is super cool. 1 SP, 1 IP. Other ones that kind of go together there. There's the Rabbit, Silhouette Rabbit. Such a cool card. We play 1 Almirage, 1 Anima. Anima is another one that's a spellcaster depending on end board that you can kind of go into to have Secret Village live. And then to round out, because we can make them, I am playing 1 number 90 Photon Lord, because you have Blue Eyes and now you have Sengenjin, so you end up with 8s on board a lot of the time that you just have kind of floating extra. And he's a monster negate. I actually at one point had the Galaxy Photon Karibo. It's Photon Karibo, something like that. But he's the one where you can like take damage and then you just don't take any other damage for this return. It was like an anti-Tempai card because he searches it for free, so it's kind of cool. And then rounding it out, we play 1 of these Sky Crisis because Typhon's cool. And then for the side deck, we play 3 Droll because Droll is really good right now. I thought about maining it, but I kind of don't like maining it. But it's good. It's really good right now. We play 3 Sphere Mode. It's probably the best board breaker right now. I feel a lot of the other board breakers just don't currently do enough, and you need Sphere Mode to kind of clear the boards. You can get away with Lava Golem. I had Lava Golem in the main at one point, but I think honestly Sphere Mode is just way better right now. There's enough decks ending on min 3 end board pieces, so if you clear those, get this guy on board, and then like do your Exodia stuff, you're just winning. Like, I love this guy and still go back and forth on maining him. So it's Spooky Dogwood, so you gain life points. So Exodia's attack is based on your life points. because it gains attack equal to your life points at the start of the battle phase. So if you have this, you can kind of just get him way higher, and it also is like super annoying for the opponent because they can't slow play you if you're maining this. And like they just have to deal with a bigger Exodia than normal. So if they might be able to survive a smaller attack, like let's say he's only like 18 or like 10k. Like I know only 10k, but let's say they've like supplemented enough of like 2,000, like 500 defensive blocking. Like Spooky can help you like push that a little bit higher. I don't do it anymore, but I have done it in the past and don't mind it. I think it's pretty good. 3 Evenly, you know, if Evenly's a blowout card to your opponent, if they don't have any negates, you just like activate this and then do your Exodia stuff, and then like you basically have another Evenly you can then activate on their turn after you clear their board, make Exodia, do stuff, pass, and then like have this face down to clear their board again. Like, is so good. It's so good. And to finish it out, we play 3 D-Barrier. I think D-Barrier is really good right now. I think Voiceless is a deck that's going to start having a lot of play. So, you know, this is pretty good against Voiceless. It's pretty good. You know, it's pretty good against Tenpai. It's good against Azuma deck too, because you shut off like the Fusion Core. So if they're not playing Fiendsmith, you kind of just win there too. But that's the deck. We did super well with it. I hope you enjoyed. We have more deck profiles coming that I've been working on. I have a bulk of stuff that I've been recording that I've been able to play, put up. But thank you guys so much. I hope you hit that like, subscribe button, stay up to date on Mr. Bagel Bart's content. Definitely give this deck a try. Go run it online. You know, I mean, there are options to play it online. But but thank you guys so much. And as always, catch you later.